You see, they know they cannot jettison the beauty of the black woman. No matter the quantity of chemical they produce as bleaching cream, they can never destroy or eliminate the beauty of the African mama. The black woman is the original blueprint. She is the mother of humanity. Through her portal of life, we came forth into existence. She is the gene that can mutate into other types of human being. It is only through the black woman and the black man the world can be repopulated. The black woman is the only one that can produce the albino, the Caucasian, the Asiatic, the Australian, and the melanated brown and dark people on earth. We all came from the womb of the black woman, who was the first Homo sapiens sapiens, who evolved from Homo erectus around 140,000 to 200,000 years ago. If you are a black woman, listen to this teaching because you're going to learn a lot about your origin. And if this is the first time you're coming to my page, Ebenezer Heru, congratulations, you're highly welcome. You see, black is not just a color, but the foundation of all colors. It is the melanin that can withstand the sun. Therefore, the black woman is the mother of the sun. I wonder why, as a black woman, you are still bleaching your skin when you are the foundation of beauty. It is because you are not aware of your origin as a black woman. Let me tell you something. Around 3100 BCE, Africans in Egypt and in South Africa worshipped a black goddess named Het Heru or Hathor. She is the goddess of fertility. She was called different names in different civilizations, like Ashra. Now, the Jews or the Israelites, they copied the worship of this woman and they called her the golden calf. Go and read the book of Exodus. The worship of the golden calf is the worship of a black African woman. This was around 700 BCE when they left Egypt, not as slaves as they told us in history, but as students who completed their early education in the Egyptian mystery system. The Romans worshipped her as Venus, and the Greeks, they worshipped her as Aphrodite. Around 2100 BCE, the Hindus appeased her and they worshipped her as the sacred cow. That is why in Hinduism, they worship the cow. The fact is that the Europeans worshipped black, and they even believe that there is power beneath the skin of every black person on earth, a divine power. This was why in 1798, when the French military general Napoleon Bonaparte invaded Kemet, the land of the blacks and the previous name for Egypt, the French general came to Egypt with 167 scientists to remove the melanin and cut some parts of the mummies from ancient black Egyptian kings. They used those parts of the melanin, mixed it with herbs to cure their numerous diseases and infections, because they believe that there is power in the skin of every black person on earth. In medieval Europe, Europeans worshipped a black African Egyptian woman named Isis, the original black mother of God, and she was described as the black Madonna and child in medieval Europe. White European women worshipped this black woman and even built temples for her. Even the insane Roman emperor, Emperor Caligula, built a temple for this black African Egyptian woman named Isis, the woman that gave birth through an immaculate conception, the first to give birth as a virgin in ancient mythology before the story of Mary. She gave birth to the first Christ, and the name Christ is an African word. It means Christ, the first anointed one, the first to appear among Africans, among black people, the first to walk on water, to have 12 disciples, to heal the sick, to raise the dead. Isis, the black woman, gave birth to the first Christ before the story of Mary and Jesus. Now, in Europe, to worship Isis in purity, European women had to refrain. They had to abstain and desist from sex. This caused a serious problem in Europe, where European men protested around the year 591 AD because their wives stopped giving them sex. Their protests led to the burning down of the temples and shrines of this black woman named Isis. Did you know that in Europe, the black woman was considered to be so beautiful that only rich and powerful white Europeans can have black women as their mistresses? As a consequence, all the French kings had black women regardless of who they married. In Italy, the Medici family, a powerful royal aristocratic family, all had black women as their mistresses. They believed that only through the black woman they can satisfy rich sexual desire. One of the richest members of the Medici family, who later became a pope in the Catholic Church, in the person of Pope Clement VIII, had a black son named Alessandro with a black slave woman. And when he became a pope of the Catholic Church, he made this black child the Duke of Florence in the year 1530. In France, most members of the Louis family all had sexual affairs with black African women. It is interesting to know that a powerful French king named Louis XIV of France had an affair with a black African woman, to the point that he totally neglected his white queen named Maria Theresa. Out of envy and out of jealousy, in the year 1661, she revenged against her husband by having an affair with an African black dwarf, named Nabo, and had a black daughter from this affair, which they named Louis Maria. This is the history of the relevance of the black woman in Europe that has been untold for too long. If you are yet to purchase the books I recommended or still procrastinating, I understand. You see, when it comes to book and knowledge, the black man sees it as waste of resources. But things for pleasure, he sees them as something that is very important, because pleasure is for his satisfaction. Let me tell you something. You have to be informed that we are in the age of learning, and the age of ignorance is over. Look at the latest developments in the international scene today about the Epstein files. Lots of Nigerians have no idea about it. They keep on wallowing themselves in ignorance and following latest trends on TikTok, on Facebook, and on social media. Look at our girls in Nigeria. Many of them cannot write a simple formal or an informal letter. All they know is to shake their nyash, dancing and shaking peri peri whoa, shaky shaky whoa on TikTok, not knowing that they are bedeviling themselves. They are bedeviling themselves in hookup and relationship talks. These are the things we see today on social media. No knowledge, just ignorance with pride and loud voice everywhere in Nigeria. We are still backward intellectually. We should try our best to get those books I recommended, such as The General History of Africa, The Destruction of Black Civilization, the books of Enoch, the Egyptian Book of the Dead and the Papyrus of Ani, the African origin of electromagnetism, particularly electricity, the untold history of the black race and the fall of African civilization, and many more. You see, these books cannot be found in bookstores or libraries. If you want to buy them or you want to buy any of them, send a message now to my inbox. The books are only available in soft copy PDF. Peace.